My name is Scott Whitson. I am the owner and head brewer of Whitson Brew Company. Right now I'm drinking Wilford, and Wilford is what I call a Belgian oatmeal IPA. One of my earliest recipes in this space here, for me, I wanted to approach a Belgian IPA in a little bit of a different way. I think sometimes the flavors in a Belgian IPA can be a little bit harsh, so we put in 10% flaked oats in the malt bill, and the oats just kind of give it a nice silkiness and body, and sort of helps bring those two worlds together a little bit better. And we use Cascade and Tatnang hops in the late hopping and dry hopping as well, so it creates kind of a spicy, citrusy sort of interplay that interacts really nicely with the yeast too. So we always say it's a lot of work for not a lot of beer here. So we brew 31 gallons of beer at a time. We have 14 barrels of fermentation capacity, so relatively speaking, we have a good amount of fermentation. But yeah, it's all done one barrel at a time. So in the beginning, it was just me doing basically everything, but particularly brewing all the time. I'm fortunate enough now to have an assistant brewer, Pat McNerney, and he's been doing an amazing job. Well, I think all of our batches are one barrel, so if you make a mistake and you have to throw away a batch, it is a whole batch of beer. However, it is one barrel. It's not throwing away a 20 or 30 barrel batch, so you can bear that a little bit more. So I think for me in the beginning, that gave me a little more confidence to experiment a little bit more, because again, one barrel, if it didn't turn out, then it'd be fine, start over again. So that, I think, gave me the confidence to kind of play around a little bit. And it was something I always wanted to sort of, all the beers we make here, it either has to be something I'm interested in or something I find compelling. And as I was saying, Belgian IPAs, I think, sometimes can be a little harsh. So to me, it was sort of like a puzzle where I want to make one that I really want to drink, something that I would really enjoy. And having that one barrel allows me to, okay, here's sort of my base recipe, and now we're going to integrate 10% oats and see what happens, and it turned out great. So I've been really happy with the beers. I know for me personally, it's funny, I get a lot of people that'll ask me, it's so brave to just do one barrel at a time, and it really wasn't, because that's all I could do, is either open up a brewery with one barrel nano system or don't open up a brewery. There was no choice, so it wasn't that I wanted to trailblaze this thing and do it. It was more financially motivated, and then seeing Tim at Strange Brewing starting out on his one barrel and his success, in my mind that just kind of closed it for me, where I thought it is possible. And I always look at the best worst case scenario in something, and for me, in the worst case scenario of doing a nano, if it failed miserably, then oh well, I would lose a lot of money. I wouldn't lose my house or anything, but I would lose a lot of money. But I get back to work again, go back to corporate America, collect my paycheck and my insurance, and be happy. No, I tried it and it didn't work out, and hey, no regrets. But if it worked out, and I could sort of use that as a way to get into this industry and just incrementally grow from there, and just add equipment or chairs or tables, any of these things, just a little bit at a time, as a function of our success and revenue coming in, and get to a point where it was making enough money, then I get to live my dream for the rest of my life. So I don't think this beard would do well in corporate America. So.